What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Nikki, and I'm back. And I posted a video earlier, I would say yesterday, because it's after 12 o'clock now, so it's a whole new day. But I posted a video about helping your family and loving your family. And I promise you guys, not longer after I posted that video, I received a message from my little cousin about how she was feeling towards her aunt. She sent me messages that she sent to her aunt explaining the relationship between them and how she would like for the relationship to be better. Not just between her and her aunt, but my little cousin, she has a son that her aunt is not close to. And she sees that her aunt is closer to other people's kids, go to other people's birthday parties, and she spent a lot of time with other people's kids, but she don't try to make a relationship with her child. So she was feeling some kind of way, so she messaged her aunt. And the message she received back from her aunt was pretty much saying, no matter how the other person takes it, your feelings are valid. Your truth is your truth, no matter how the other person takes it. So she sent me the message because she was like, how do I respond to this? And I was like, well, I honestly don't know. Because if my niece would have sent me a message saying how she feels about me and how she would want me to have a better relationship with her and her child. Me at this age, 37 years old, I don't live a lot of life. We done lost a lot of people. Every day, if you pay attention to the world around you, things are not getting easier. It's getting harder. And at the end of the day, you're going to need your family. You're going to need somebody. And why not have that person that's your niece or your sister or somebody that's close to you? Why not have that person to be that one to, that you can talk to, or a shoulder to lean on, or, whatever you may need? Why not have that relationship with that bond with the person closest to you? Should be the closest to you. And I can admit they're not close, but it takes two people to have a relationship. And honestly, you would think that adults, 37 plus, older, would have more um, stability and have be more grown about situations and not be so condescending about things and so insensitive about things. But she was very insensitive to her niece, and it really touches me that people can't realize and can't recognize their wrongdoings, and that they would rather blow off someone else's feelings rather than taking accountability for the things that they may have done wrong in that person's life, especially when you ain't been the perfect person. But when somebody sends you a message saying the things that you've done to them, or just not necessarily the things that you've done to them, but just asking for a better relationship, because that's what I received from my cousin's message. She just want a better relationship. Maybe the approach may be wrong, because sometimes if you want to make a relationship with somebody and try to build it, you know instead of starting off saying you know who is closer to your child, and the fact that your aunt is closer to other kids, that may not be the way to approach the situation. I feel like she probably should have approached the situation by saying, um, I may have been wrong, you may have been wrong, but I would want a better relationship. That's how I feel like she should have worded it. But, I didn't know she was sending this message. So, she had already sent it, by the time she messaged me and told me about it. So I just was like, but the response still from her aunt, could have been better, regardless. Like, if you want a relationship, knowing that this is your dead sister's child, if you want a relationship with her and your nephew, you would at least try to receive it, try to take accountability for it, and just try to have a relationship with her, because you know she's hurting. Her mom was one of the closest, that was the closest to her when she was young. She was troubled and everything like that, but as she was getting older, she got better. Her mom was getting sicker and she got better, and she started to take care of her mom, and she was becoming a good child. But sometimes things happen, and then she lost the person that was closest to her, which was her mom. The person that never turned her back on her, right or wrong. She was always there for her child. And she doesn't have that anymore. And she was trying to reach out to her aunt for some kind of relationship, because she don't have it. And I just feel so bad for her, because with me posting that video and then turning around and seeing how family can be, even at a big age, even at 37 plus, that you still think the world just revolves around you, and if anybody got a problem with you, you can never take accountability for the things that you have done. It's always about what somebody has done to you. You don't apologize for the things that you have done to other people. And I just hate that so much, that she lost her mom. She don't really speak to none of her mom's sisters. No one's really in her life, and she just reaching out, just want to have family, just want to be loved, just want her aunt to show her some love, and she couldn't get it. And I really hate that for her. I really do. In a world that's just so hateful, why is it so hard to love? It's so easy for people to hate people, but it's so hard to love. And I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it, you guys. But I guess even grown people still have growing to do. They still do. And sometimes it be too late when you decide that you want to grow up. But you know, I just hate that. I just hate that. So I mean, my whole point of this video is just saying, you guys, if it's, I really don't know what it is that a person can do to you just oh so bad that you can't forgive them, because God forgives everybody. And anybody who believes in God, to me, should be able to forgive the next person. But that's just me. That's just me and my opinion, you know. But I'm not going to judge anybody else on their path. But forgiveness is the number one thing, and being accountable and taking accountability and repenting. Repenting is acknowledging your wrongdoings and trying to make them right. And you can't have a walk with God, to me, until you pray and repent. If you pray but you never repent, the walk is not complete. It's not complete. Like, you have to repent. You have to acknowledge your wrongdoings. That's a whole part of it. You can't skip a step. You'll be thinking that God is blessing you when they say the devil give blessings too. So just because you feel like you want to walk with God, but you can say you want to walk with God, but you can't receive when you've done something wrong to somebody, and you can't take accountability for the things that you've done. Baby, all your blessings, I can't say they come from God. I'm not the person to really judge it. I'm not trying to judge it, but everything that I got and that I want it to come from God. So I don't mind apologizing. I don't mind admitting to my wrongdoing, because who like, we all make mistakes, but it takes a real big person to know how to apologize for their wrongdoings and taking accountability when somebody come to you and tell you what you did wrong. So you guys just don't wait till you and your 45, 50, 60 years old trying to take accountability and trying to apologize for things that you could have been apologized for it, slept on it, and moved on with your life. Like, it's really not that hard. It's really not that hard. And I just hate that people really make it that hard. So if somebody comes to you, try to listen. Sit down. Take yourself out of the equation sometime and try to walk in somebody else's shoes. Envision yourself in somebody else's shoes. Because we all need somebody at one point in life. And we are going to have to, if we don't answer, try to make things right today while we have the chance, you eventually have to answer to God. So I'd rather go ahead and just admit it, tell you my wrongdoing, admit to my wrongdoings, apologize to my wrongdoing, and move on with my life rather than having to answer to him for something I could have did. It don't take nothing. It really don't. So I apologize for this video being so long. I honestly did not try to make it this long, but it was just something I wanted to make the video earlier today, but I had so much other stuff to do, so I'm making this video now. But y'all just try to listen, take accountability, repent, pray. I mean, it's all a part of the process. It's all a part of the process. If somebody comes to you and tell you something, it's not hard to take accountability and just try to move on and live a better life. But that's all I gotta say, you guys. Just try to do your best. Do your best. If you believe in God, repenting is a part. So y'all have a good night. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Give me some commentary. That's all I ask for. And pray and repent. Thank you. Y'all have a nice night.